Welcome. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. I hope that you have all had a nice time just kind of mixing and mingling, and we're just really pleased at the turnout. We've got some really wonderful people that we're going to recognize tonight. So this is our 39th Annual Citizen of the Year Awards. We're going to just open here quickly with a little prayer. So if you will just bow your heads. Father God, we're very grateful and thankful for the opportunity to come together here with friends, with family, to honor some remarkable people, Lord, who you have blessed us with, and they in turn are blessing our community in so many ways. And we just thank you, and we appreciate this opportunity, and we are just grateful to be able to be here to recognize them. We're grateful, Lord, that we live in such a wonderful community and that they are reaching out beyond themselves to make this community as wonderful as it is for all of us to live and to worship and to work and to raise our families. Thank you, Lord. Amen. And I also want to thank our gracious host, Brad Keast. Brad, where are you? I should have the tables memorized. Brad from Devil's Ridge, General Manager. I know. He was so very gracious to invite us all here, and I want to thank Shannon Card. She is the food and beverage director here, and her amazing staff. They have just been amazing, and they really know their stuff. Shannon, you are an angel. Thank you so much for all of your help. I want to thank our sponsors, Health Alliance Plan and Lakestone Bank and Trust, and then also my co-host for the past 11 years, Mayor William Sprague. And I want to acknowledge some of our members of the Board of Directors who are here this evening. Our President, Lori Curtis from Creative Foam. Lori. Past President, Katie Crane of Security Credit Union. Director Janet Engelman, Kapala Heating and Air Conditioning. Director Michelle Perry from Perry Accounting. So since 1980, we've had 72 really extraordinary individuals over all these years, 39 years, who have received this award. Originally, the first few years, it was just a single award for about the first 3 to 4 years, and then it went to being, adult male and adult female, because obviously we have some really great people in the community. So we have 7 adult nominees this evening, and these individuals will leave legacies that demonstrate incredible kindness and compassion and a dedication and a love for their fellow man and for their community. All of this is reflected in the number of hours and days and weeks that they spend doing things outside of their job and outside of what most of us look at is, I can't wait to get home, get my shoes off, my jammies on, and watch TV. But these people are out working in the community on their personal time in evenings, on weekends, making it a much better place to live and reaching out beyond themselves. So they're making improvements in the quality of life for the people in this community, for all of us. And the list of the organizations that these individuals serve is just, it's endless. They reach really, if you think about every corner of our community, every corner of this county, there are so many organizations that would not be able to do the things they do and to function without people like our nominees and our students who are reaching out all the time. So our student nominees tonight, we have 9, and they're already demonstrating the same character and the passion for giving back that the adults in our community do. And we hope that one day they will be the adults coming back here and that they will be up here being recognized for this award. I probably won't be here, but they'll be back, I hope. So these are individuals and adults and students who have hearts filled with compassion and grace and gratefulness, because I really don't believe if a person can't be grateful for what they have, they can't see beyond themselves to want to make life better for others. And those qualities are what make them look beyond themselves at other people's needs and to make it their personal goal to improve the lives of others. So it's easy to get caught up in ourselves and never being satisfied with things, or maybe we just don't stop to appreciate what we have, but sometimes we focus too much on what we don't have. It's easy to get caught up in that entitlement mindset. But these are individuals who demonstrate the character and the capacity to go far beyond themselves and to reach out. So I want to personally thank every nominee here today, the adults and the students, and for the privilege of living and working in a community that is graced by your kindness. I want to thank the spouses and the parents and the teachers and your coworkers who support you every day and every week and encourage you and support you. Because in many cases, yep, they're sacrificing personal time, they're sacrificing family time. So in order to make this a better place to live, they're leading and teaching by example, but they couldn't do it without the support of family members and coworkers and so on. So we want to reach out to you as well and thank you. So we highlight many of the things that the nominees do in the community, many of their efforts. But it's important to realize that, this is very condensed from letter upon letter upon letter. And to go into all the detail, we would still be here at 11 o'clock tonight. So just keeping in mind what you see is very brief, but if you think about what goes on behind the scenes to do what they do and spend the time that they do in the community as volunteers, it's far greater than what we're able to present here. And it's not just, on the front lines, but it's all the prep and all the behind scenes that these people do that a lot of times it's, we don't see it, it's not noticed. So at this point, we want to get on with the presentations, and I am going to invite Mayor Sprague to come up here, and he is going to introduce the adult nominees for 2018 Citizen of the Year Award.
Before I get started here, let me deviate from the script already, and let's have a round of applause for Nita. She works tirelessly year-round at the chamber and putting on these events. She's got a great staff. Great job, Nita. Thank you. In addition to, I'd like to thank the organizing committee for moving this tonight. I've done this for is this the 12th year or whatever? And I finally get to see what you folks look like. I'm awake and alert, and y'all scrub up pretty good. I gotta say, y'all look good. So great job. So let's get on with it. I have the privilege of introducing 7 extraordinary adult nominees for the 2018 Citizen of the Year Award. Want to introduce each of you? Could you please stand so the people know who you are? We're going to deal with the ladies first. The first nominees for the 2018 Female Citizen of the Year Award are Betsy Felton, Betsy's a founding member of the Suicide Prevention Network, educating the community and raising awareness of potential suicide indicators through various outreach programs and fundraising efforts. She is a board member of LACADA, Lapeer Area Citizens Against Domestic Violence, and works tirelessly to raise community awareness about domestic violence. Betsy is instrumental in organizing fundraising events and services on several key committees within the organization. Betsy serves on the board of the Child Advocacy Center and works to raise awareness of abuse against children and provides a safe place for victims to work with authorities. Betsy's experience and education as a nurse brings with it knowledge and compassion that is beyond words. The Child Death Review of Lapeer County, Betsy is also a member of that organization. Clearly, Betsy has dedicated her education, experience, and compassion to the prevention of the abuse of women and children, doing everything she can do within her power to protect, to provide refuge, and the chance to heal. A quote about Betsy: Betsy always takes the extra step and provides that helping hand that pushes forward to make things better. In doing so, makes us better. Ladies and gentlemen, Betsy Felton. Our next nominee is Regina Starr. Regina is the founder and president of Forever Friends Network and Autism Resource Center. Regina has been an advocate for autism awareness in Lapeer County for 10 years. She is a member of the Great Start Collaborative, a unique mixture of dedicated individuals working to improve early childhood systems in Lapeer County by identifying health, social, emotional, and learning problems. She is currently working with the Lapeer Intermediate School District on a statewide autism resource and training grant to provide support and education for parents of children with autism, and is a member of the Parent Advisory Committee. She has also trained local law enforcement, 911 dispatch, fire and rescue, and EMS on how to approach a person with autism. Regina worked with the Center Certified Emergency Response Team and Vic Martin on autism safety. She works with the Lynx Student Support Group at the high school and speaks at many community-based meetings in Lapeer to educate and create awareness on autism. She has advocated for the support in Lansing and Lieutenant Governor Calley on issues regarding autism and mental health. A quote about Regina: Regina tirelessly spreads the word and advocates to make sure that people realize that everyone with autism just wants to fit into this world like their peers. Ladies and gentlemen, Regina Starr. Our last female nominee is Linda Jarvis. Linda is a volunteer for Holiday Depot, an organization working to provide local families with gifts and food at Christmas. She also provides gifts for individuals at the Lapeer and Imlay City Senior Center. She's a member of the historic Lapeer County Courthouse Restoration Committee. She has been heavily involved with the Lapeer County 50th Vietnam Commemorative Committee for the past 3 years and secured grant monies for the Welcome Home Honorary Dinner for Vietnam veterans. She's donated numerous volunteer hours at several veterans events in Lapeer County, the Quilt for Tears exhibit, Veterans Day at the Eastern Michigan Fair, POW MIA Day in Columbiaville, Attica, and Hadley. Linda is also the vice chair of the Valley Area Agency on Aging, serves on a senior coalition, the Lapeer Community Mental Health Board, the Human Development Commission, the Suicide Prevention Network, and serves as an alternate for Veteran Affairs and Human Health Services. Linda also volunteers the local 4-H through the Michigan State University Extension, working with 4-H program youth and volunteering at their spring auction. A quote about Linda: she lives what she has learned and never turns away from a challenge or a person in need. Ladies and gentlemen, Linda Jarvis. Now, I know you've clapped for each one of them, but please, one more round of applause for all our nominees. I would like to invite the 2017 recipient of the Female Citizen of the Year Award, Peggy Patton, up here to help me present the next one. Drum roll, please. As mayor of the city of Lapeer, a community made greater by the efforts of this individual, it is my pleasure to announce the recipient of the 2018 Citizen of the Year Award, Betsy Felton.
Thank you so much for this honor. As many of you know, I'm almost speechless, and for you, those who know me, that's not something that's typical. I am so honored, though, tonight to be here tonight with so many people that have helped inspire me and shape my thinking. As a Lapeer native, I am privileged to give back to my community and our community. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'll mess this up yet. Now it's time for the male nominees. Surely not as good looking, I'm sorry. But our first nominee is Wes Smith. Wes is the former president and current member of the Lapeer Rotary Club, where he volunteers his time at their fundraising events. The Rotary Club supports the mission of other Lapeer County nonprofit organizations. As a Rotarian, Wes has also assisted the Sunrise Kiwanis by distributing dictionaries to local elementary schools. He is the vice president of the Lapeer Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, where he also volunteers his time to support fundraising efforts and activities for the chamber. Wes is also very active on the Lapeer Days Committee, taking on the role of public relations for that event, the Chamber's largest fundraising community-based event. Wes volunteers his time to the Leader Fund, the Lapeer Education Athletic Development Expense Resource. Wes volunteers in support of the annual golf outing, euchre tournament, and other fundraising events for that organization. He volunteers at the View Brewfest event, which raises funds in support of the Lapeer County Hockey Association. Wes was instrumental in founding that event. Wes is a member of the Board of Directors of the Lapeer Area Citizens Against Domestic Violence, or LACADA. Wes was instrumental in creating the View Lady Classic golf outing to raise funding for LACADA. He also volunteers at RoboCon, an event benefiting the Lapeer County Robotics Program. Wes was a driving force in the success of the first All-Star Reading Program through North Branch Schools. A quote about Wes: "The extraordinary thing about Wes is that he has committed his entire life to our community and has maintained a crazy high degree of energy in his service to Lapeer. Wes is Lapeer." Ladies and gentlemen, Wes Smith. Our next nominee is William Bill Gibbons. Bill is a member of the Board of Trustees for the Lapeer Community Foundation and has served in several capacities on the board since 2014. His dedication has helped the LCCF become nationally accredited and provide over $3.4 million in grants to local communities and organizations. He is also actively involved in the LCCF Youth Advisory Committee, which strives to engage youth in leadership development, philanthropy, and community service. He has been a board member of the Lapeer County Hockey Association since 2000 and served as president for 12 years, and vice president and currently the travel director for the LCHA. He is a 3-time recipient of the Polar Palace LCHA Volunteer of the Year Award. Bill is a project chairman for the Lapeer County Hockey Association's annual golf tournament and View Brew Fest. These fundraisers help purchase defibrillators at the Polar Palace and also award financial help to families in need. He developed the first cross-ice hockey program in the state of Michigan, later adopted by the Michigan Amateur Hockey Association. This resulted in the sport being more affordable for families, the reason why Lapeer leads the way in young player participation in Michigan. Keep in mind, Bill has devoted many years of his time and expertise and his guidance to young athletes in the Hockey Association based on his love for the sport, never had him playing hockey when he was a child himself. Bill also volunteers to help the Lapeer Lightning girls golf team summer tune-up and at their fundraiser. A quote about Bill: Bill's dedicated service is matched by a servant's heart and desire to give back and improve the community he calls home. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Gibbons. Our next gentleman is Glenn Ream. Glenn is a lifetime member of the Lapeer American Legion, serving and working with our local veterans and as an advocate on their behalf at the Veterans Administration. He is also the vice chair of the Lapeer County Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 287, Lapeer. He's on the board of the esteemed team of Lapeer County, a group of students that raise money earmarked for veterans' needs and the Veterans Appreciation Dinner. Glenn organizes the annual Memorial Day Parade and the ceremony downtown Lapeer and coordinates the military color guard for the Lapeer Days Parade and also the annual Christmas Parade. He organizes the annual memorial service held at Veterans Park in the downtown Lapeer area on Veterans Day. Glenn is instrumental in bringing the moving wall, a replica of the Vietnam Memorial Wall, to Lapeer County last year, and also in 2007 with the Quilt of Tears display. He served on the Lapeer County 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War Committee for the past 3 years. Glenn is a volunteer for the VVA and the Lapeer VFW and the Chamber of Commerce throughout the year. He organizes the veteran memorial dedications, wreath laying on Veterans Day graves on Memorial Day, and assists other veterans groups with various related events. Glenn supports other organizations in the community that provide food and gifts for local families during the holidays. A quote about Glenn: Glenn is a quiet man who has dedicated years to helping veterans in our county. He also goes out of his way to support the efforts of other organizations in Lapeer County whenever he can. Ladies and gentlemen, Glenn Ream. Our last nominee is Bruce Cady. Bruce has served our county for over the years through service on many local civic boards and commissions, including the Lapeer Development Corporation, and in the city of Lapeer, he's on the DDA and on the I-69 Regional Development Corporation, the Economic Club of Lapeer County, and the City of Lapeer Economic Development Corporation. Bruce's most successful volunteer effort was to bring the 911 dispatch to Lapeer County. Bruce was instrumental in bringing together officials and law enforcement countywide to work together to make this happen and gain voter approval. Bruce, while serving as director of the City of Lapeer's Tifa Board, was instrumental in the creation of the City of Lapeer Community Center. Years ago, Bruce was responsible for bringing Meyer on board as a major sponsor of the annual fireworks show in Lapeer, at the time when the show was in jeopardy of being canceled due to lack of funding. Meyer is still an active major participant to this day. Bruce is a volunteer for the Salvation Army Red Kettle fundraising campaign. He is also a member of the Rotary Club and is instrumental in organizing the club's annual golf outing, fundraiser, and participates in their book reader program, Reading to Elementary Students. Bruce served on the board of the Chatfield School, and his dedication and direction helped the school grow from K-6 education to K-8, saw the addition of music and the development of the Willows Outdoor Education Building. Bruce was also the president of the Lapeer Area Chamber of Commerce, and was also the Lapeer Days Festival chairman. A quote about Bruce: "His contributions in these various roles over the years are indicative of an extraordinary citizen deserving of recognition." Ladies and gentlemen, Bruce Cady. And like we did for the females, one more round of applause for all our great male nominees. All right. Nita's coming up. Unfortunately, last year's winner could not be here tonight. It is my pleasure and privilege as mayor to preside over the city blessed by the efforts of this individual, and I am proud to announce the recipient of the Lapeer Chamber of Commerce 2018 Male Citizen of the Year Award goes to Wes Smith.
I'm a little more than stunned. Sorry, Bill, your microphone here. Thank you to the Chamber, the board, the ambassadors, all the Chamber members. What an honor and very humbling. Thank you to my family, both my families, my family and my work family. They're so supportive. They give me the flexibility to go out and work on the things that I get to work on. I can't help but think there are others more deserving here at this table, here in this room, around the county. I've had the opportunity to see so many people working together to make our community better, and that's my inspiration. That's the standard that I aspire to. And I will make it my job to continue to tell their story of all the great things all of you and all of them do for our community. Thank you.
I need to get Betsy Felton back up here. Nita, I think you've got a presentation.
Yes. On behalf of the, sorry, I'm a short person. On behalf of the Chamber of Commerce, I want to present to Wes and to Betsy a letter verifying a $500 donation from the Chamber of Commerce to the nonprofit or profits, because you all support several. So this is going to be a tough decision for you, but we can make this work. So I want to just present these to you right now. So a $500 donation will go towards a charity or organization of your choice, and also of your choice, Wes. And we can split that up if you need to. So.
Thank you.
We want to make it work.
Don't run away. Don't run away. We're not done. We have several other presentations. First, on behalf of Congressman Paul Mitchell. Ed, do you want to come on up? Ed Smith is here representing Congressman Paul Mitchell to make some presentation. Ah. Hey. Sorry you've been whacked, Ed. Go on, sit down.
Perfect timing.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, this is our Congressman Paul Mitchell.
Sorry I'm late. It's a three-ring circus some days. Well, Wes, I want to give you and Betsy recognition on behalf of myself and Congress for your contributions to the community. Thank you very much for everything you do for Lapeer, for the area, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
No, you're not done yet. I'm sorry. Once you get up here, you're stuck, you know. I'd like to have State Representative Gary Howell come up. Come on up, Gary.
You know, one of the reasons that I really enjoy being the representative for Lapeer County in the Michigan legislature is folks like we have right here behind me and at this table. There are so many volunteers. This is such an involved community. It makes me exceptionally proud to be your representative and exceptionally proud to be here tonight to recognize the winners. I happen to know both of these folks fairly well, and I have for Wes Smith and for Betsy Felton. These are tributes from the Michigan legislature signed by Mike Green, your state senator, by myself as your state representative, and by Rick Schneider, governor of the state of Michigan, recognizing the contributions and listing the contributions. I'm not going to read them because they're way too long, what these folks have done. But, you know, Wes, I've known him in a number of capacities, but being the publisher of the county press and talking to other representatives in Lansing, I realize how fortunate we are to have good press coverage in Lapeer County. Many districts in my state do not have viable local newspapers, and it is a real loss to democracy not to have the kind of paper that Wes is so dedicated to. Betsy, my Lapeer County native and longtime friend, I got to know her better yet when she was on the Lakota board with my wife Cheryl, and all of the other organizations that Betsy has been devoted to. These are two outstanding people, and I'm proud to present these tributes.
Thanks very much.
And last but not least, I promise, this might be the last one. I'd like to bring up Travis Howell, no relation. He is here on behalf of Attorney General Bill Schuette. Travis, the floor is yours.
Thank you. First of all, I want to thank you. It's an honor to be here on behalf of the Attorney General. In the past several years, I got to learn a lot about Lapeer County, and I know of the wonderful people that work here and live here. And so this is actually my first opportunity to get in the county and help recognize people who make it a wonderful place to live. So thank you all for inviting me on behalf of the Attorney General, but most of all, thank you all so much for all that you do for our state. And the Attorney General would like to thank you with a tribute from him. Make sure I get the right ones. Betsy, thank you. And then Wes, thank you, sir.
All right, now you can sit down. Starting to feel like Monty Hall there giving out. At this time, Nita will introduce the nominees for the Citizen of the Year Youth Awards. Nita?
Okay, I'm not used to this. It's like, I don't know what it's doing. Okay, thank you, Andrew. I don't know what I'd do without Andrew. Okay, thank you, Mr. Mayor. 5 years ago, we presented the very first Citizen of the Year Youth Award and accompanied that with a $1,000 scholarship to two very exemplary students. And since that time, we've witnessed an impressive, very impressive representation of some of Lapeer County's finest young adults, and this year is no exception. So I want to thank, too, also all of the staff at Lapeer High School and also at Zemmer Junior High School who took the time to nominate these outstanding students, and everyone who took the time to write letters on their behalf. In the words of Martin Luther King, the function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that's the goal of true education. And I think you'll find that each student nominated this year embodies both intelligence and character. As I read through each of the letters of support, it was really very clear that each of you are very intelligent. Give yourselves a little pat on the back. You're very driven. You're very goal-oriented. But in addition to this, and even more impressive to me, and I feel this way every year when I read all the letters, and I read every letter about every nominee that comes into my office, and I have a binder about that thick, and I've got my little highlighter out, going through those letters and, making sure I capture really key things about each individual. But what impresses me most, these kids, what the teachers and their pastors and their youth leaders talk about in terms of their character. And it was expressed over and over in these letters with phrases and words like strength to lead, willingness to serve, dependable, kind, humble giving, a generous heart, modest, exceptional, determined, and so much more. Now, we're talking about high school seniors and some junior high. That's pretty impressive stuff. Character is defined as the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual and synonymous with temperament, qualities, and traits. So some of you will graduate this year, and a couple of you are still looking forward to more years with your high school career. And as you continue your journey in high school and then also in your life beyond high school and also then beyond college, the world will challenge you in many ways, in ways that could easily chip away at your character. At those things here, dependable, kind, generous heart, those things. Your goals in life will likely change over the years, and your direction in life is going to change many times. But if you hold fast to these character traits, they will help you navigate the world, and I'm confident that you will continue to bless those around you, and through those blessings, you will be successful. But remember, success is not just measured in how much money you make or a prestigious career. Be gracious and kind to those around you every day, and be that person who sees a need somewhere and do your best to fill it. Be the successful person who looks beyond themselves and says, what can I do to help, or how can I make this better? And you can do that through your high school career, your college career, and your life career. Don't sacrifice your integrity ever. Be grateful and humble in every single thing, every success, every failure, every challenge, and every achievement. And that will make you rich in far greater ways than money or privilege or prestige. Don't forget to thank God every day as well for the blessings that He has given you. He's blessed you with amazing families, amazing teachers. He's blessed you with the ability to succeed. He has blessed you with a wonderful community to live in, and He's blessed us as a result of you being here. Because when the world forsakes you and you struggle, and the world will at times challenge you in ways that you might not think ever will happen and maybe you won't be prepared for, but if you rely on Him, He will get you through it, and He will give you everything that you need. So as I introduce each of these student nominees, each one of you, I'd like you to just stand briefly so that everyone in the room can meet you and know who you are. And oh, by the way, I wanted to just add one thing. We have a historical situation here tonight. It's the first time in the history of the awards, 39 years, that a parent and child have been nominated for this award. Bill Gibbons and Brooke Gibbons. Pretty remarkable. Okay, so we're going to start with Zemmer Junior High School freshman Jenna Tarswell. Jenna is a member of the symphony band and a freshman on the Lapeer varsity cheer team. And she's also very involved in her church and is a leader in the team ministry where she also teaches kindergarten. She's a volunteer for the Salvation Army Red Kettle Drive and has also participated in Dodgeball for Diabetes and Lapeer Walk for Warmth. Jenna is also a mentor for new students and a tutor to younger students, and she's currently organizing a project to collect slightly used books to donate to elementary schools in line with March, which is National Reading Month. Jenna is a Junior National Honor Society member where she has participated in leadership workshops. She holds a 3.5 GPA and is currently enrolled in several AP classes. And she's also certified through the Red Cross to perform CPR and the Heimlich maneuver. A quote about Jenna: her desire to do life well and impact people is a joy to watch, and her attention to the needs of others and her energy for life have been a real blessing. Congratulations, Jenna, on your nomination. Our next female nominee for the Student Youth Award is Brooke Gibbons. Brooke? Brooke has been a member of the Grow to Glow Girls Peer Mentoring Group for 2 years, and this is a group that helps female students adjust to the pressures of high school and gives them a safe place to talk and to share. And she's also a tutor and a mentor for her peers outside of school, and Brooke has also served on the Youth Advisory Committee through the Lapeer County Community Foundation for the past 8 years. That's pretty remarkable. She's also a member of LINKS, and LINKS is the peer-to-peer support system designed to support students with autism, and she's also been a Lapeer Lightning ambassador to other students since 10th grade in helping new students navigate through high school. Now, we don't mean just navigate the building, but there's a lot of things to navigate when you're new to high school. It can be very scary and very, very intimidating. She's a member of the National Honor Society, the Omni Council, and a member of the Yearbook Club, captain of the varsity golf team, where she has been captain for the past 3 years and earned all region and all state awards. And as a result of her leadership qualities and willingness to help other students, she was asked to take on the leadership role of copy editor of the 2017-18 yearbook class. She takes multiple AP and has taken multiple AP classes and honor classes throughout her high school career and maintains a GPA of 4.1. This is just an amazing quote. I mean, I sifted through every letter of every nominee several times and this quote really hit me as I was just amazed. Brooke has always displayed maturity and compassion for others, which explains why she probably chooses to put others before herself. There are not enough descriptors to list all the goodness in her. I thought that was just amazing. For an adult, you've truly inspired this person, so good job. Our next student nominee, female, she is a Lapeer High School junior, Gabrielle Mason. Gabrielle mentors students in grades 6 through 8 in robotics programming, strategy, design process, and presenting skills. She has been involved in the First Tech Challenge Robotics, doing Java programming since her freshman year. And she's also held a vision processing session at Kettering University for middle and high school robotics students there to prepare them for the competition season. In both her sophomore and junior year, she made the dean's list in FIRST Robotics. In addition, she's a member of the National Honor Society, and in her freshman and sophomore year received the Scholar of Distinction Award with a GPA of 3.9. She was also awarded the 2017-18 First in Michigan Championship Young Adult Mentor of the Year Award. That's a big title. I had to go through that several times to make sure I didn't miss anything in that. And she also volunteers to pack the gift boxes for deployed soldiers, as well as volunteering for the Salvation Army Red Kettle Campaign. And a pretty impressive quote, perhaps most impressive in the grace and integrity are the grace and integrity with which she does all of this. Her positivity under pressure demonstrates a maturity not often seen amongst her peers. Another hand for Gabrielle. Lapeer senior, Lapeer High School senior, Claire Trombley. Claire? She is a 3-year member of student council and class council, and she maintains a 4.02 GPA and is dual enrolled at Baker and Mott Community College. Claire is a member of the National Honor Society, DECA, and the Business Club. She also donates her time to volunteer both at Lapeer Assembly of God in the nursery there and First Presbyterian Church Camp. She is a member of the Links program and also tutors her Links student in math. And she also goes really above and beyond, and she takes great care in making sure that she nurtures that relationship and rewards her student, her Link student, so that they feel and know when they're achieving and they're doing well, and they can feel pride in their achievements. And Regina, you know, sometimes that's hard for them. So she recently took it upon herself to intervene for a student who she witnessed was being bullied and mistreated by other students. She stepped in, and she's also a volunteer for the Refuge Homeless Shelter. Claire is consistent in her dynamic ability to see the need for leadership and to step into that role. Her dedication, not only to herself, but to so many others, sets an example for other people to follow. Congratulations, Claire, on your nomination. At this time, I'd like to ask Lapeer High School Principal, Co-Principal Doug Lindsay to join me to present the Female Citizen of the Year Youth Award. Doug?
Thank you, Nita. Before presenting our award this evening, I do want to take a moment to thank the Chamber for recognizing our students here tonight, and to thank Nita for all the hard work she has done in planning this program. I didn't realize until you spoke tonight that this is the 5th year of this, and I realized that I've been fortunate to be a part of it all 5 years, and so I'm glad to be here again tonight. Congratulations to all of our adult nominees. You're being challenged by a good group of kids, and we're very proud of them, but thank you for all that you've done for our community as well. At this time, it is my honor to be able to present the female recipient of the 2018 Citizen of the Year Youth Award and Scholarship to a very deserving young lady. The female recipient of this year's award and scholarship is Miss Brooke Gibbons.
I just want to thank the Chamber for having all of us students here tonight and for giving me this opportunity. Sorry. I want to thank my family and friends for being here tonight and for supporting me through everything. Sorry. This year has been really crazy for me, and I'm very thankful for all the opportunities I've been given, and thank you again for everything.
I told my assistant Penny, I said, you know, when this is announced, the whole room is going to be standing up and cheering and applauding. And you don't know how hard it is when the committee meets and we review all these, and it's a long discussion. And I mean, so many things come to light when we go through these nominations and review, and then we talk and we share. It's a very tough decision. And then you got to hold on to it for 2 weeks. You can't say anything. It's like, oh my gosh, you know? So we look forward to this night just as much as all of you do too, so. Okay, so the male nominees for the 2000 Citizen of the Year Youth Award are Lapeer High School senior Gregory Tybalt. Did I say it right, Gregory? Okay. Gregory has helped Growth and Opportunity to install a counting system for the golf ball recycling job program for individuals with disabilities. And he's also mentored 4th and 5th grade students in building Lego robots for their 2016 Lego robotics competition. He is a National Hispanic Recognition Program finalist. And Gregory is a mentor of the 5460 Strike Zone Robotics team, where he is the lead programmer and the public relations lead for the team. He's also an AP scholar with high honor, and in the top 10% of his class. And he maintains a grade point average of 4.158 while taking 6 AP classes and 10 dual enrollment classes. He volunteers at the Lapeer Days Festival and helps to run the Kitty Carnival there and the annual Soapbox Derby as well. And he's currently involved in establishing a drone club and a facility mapping project with Superintendent Matt Wandry. So, a quote about Greg. Greg is a unique combination of intelligence, humor, and talent. His academic talent and passion for programming, when combined with his positive spirit, ensures he will enjoy success at all levels. Congratulations, Greg. Lapeer High School senior Zachary Sparks. Zachary has donated approximately 600 hours for the past 3 years at Banbury Cross Therapeutic Equestrian Center, established to better the quality of life for people with special needs through therapeutic equestrian activities. He works one-on-one with riders, assisting them with their posture, rein use, and guiding the horses during these classes. He helps out wherever needed around the facility. And he's also a volunteer for the Friends of the Library to raise funds to help provide Metamora children with summer reading programs. He is also a volunteer at the Metamora Days Festival. He's a senior member of the cross-country team. This semester, he is enrolled in 17 credit hours at Mott Community College and is the first student to complete the AP capstone requirements as a junior. A quote about Zach. Zach has a rare confidence in his ability that is backed by action that will lead him to great success in all that he attempts. I believe that whatever Zach's goals are in the future, his work ethic, dedication, and his kindness will serve him well. Congratulations again, Zach. Lapeer High School senior Pierce Logan. Pierce? Pierce has dedicated his time to the Lapeer Lightning Mentoring Program at school and is also involved in the Lapeer Lightning Ambassador Program, helping students at all levels adjust to the transition to high school. He has also been a peer mentor and tutor to at-risk students to provide them the academic support and encouragement to stay in school. Pierce joined the tennis team in his junior year and was named team captain in his senior year. And he is dual enrolled, or has been dual enrolled, in Eastern Michigan University and the University of Michigan Flint. He is currently taking 4 AP classes while maintaining his dual enrollment in the engineering program at U of M. He's on the varsity tennis team, and in 11th grade received the Coaches Award and is team captain this year. Because of his leadership, Pierce was nominated for the 2018 Daughters of the American Revolution Award. A quote about Pierce: "Diligent and reliable, Pierce Logan is a fine example of someone who looks beyond himself. He is selfless in all he does and can be trusted with any task or confidential information." Congratulations, Pierce. Andrew Schneider, Andrew's second nomination this year. Andrew is the co-founder and co-captain of his high school robotics team, helping students learn robotics and engineering, and he is also the recipient of the 2017 First Robotics Dean's List Award semifinalist. Again, that's a lot. He also helped Growth and Opportunity as well install accounting system for their golf ball recycling program for individuals with disabilities, helping to provide jobs. And Andrew runs the Soapbox Derby at the Lapeer Days Festival, as well as participates too with the Kitty Carnival Games. And he also mentors Lego robotics teams in the elementary schools and tutors 10th and 11th grade students in preparation for the PSAT and the SAT. I think most of these kids are smarter than me, even when they're asleep. It's amazing. He conducts educational presentations around the county to promote the importance of robotics, and he is presented to the school board and local businesses at the student body orientation. He also volunteers at a number of local soup kitchens and also at the annual library book sale events and at for the Salvation Army Red Kettle fundraising campaign. And Andrew is a member of the National Honor Society with a 4.08 GPA. He holds high honors and has maintained perfect attendance through high school. How do you do that? You really? Were there any days when you sort of crawled through the door to get there? Okay, so he's human. All right, he is duly enrolled at Baker College taking engineering courses, and he is a member of the Lapeer Lightning Marching Band, Jazz Band, and the Wind Ensemble. So, a quote about Andrew: "Whenever he is needed, Andrew is always there with a smile and helpful can-do attitude. He is an optimistic young man who gives so much of himself and spreads kindness to all who come into contact with him." Congratulations, Andrew, on your nomination. And our last male nominee for the Youth Award and Scholarship, Zemmer Junior High School freshman Carter Enright. Carter? Carter is a very active member of the National Junior Honor Society, and he's currently enrolled in several honors courses which are above his grade level by 1 year. Let me say that again, above his grade level by 1 year. And he maintains a 3.5 GPA. He has volunteered for the Salvation Army Red Kettle Drive, Dodgeball for Diabetes, and Lapeer Walk for Warmth. He has volunteered at Whispering Pines Adult Foster Care, where he helps cook meals, clean, and also entertains and interacts with the residents there. He is also a certified tutor and tutors other students in many subjects, especially math. And he is on the cross-country team and volunteered to help run the middle school cross-country meet, and also volunteers at the school to run concessions at various sporting activities. A quote about Carter: "Carter is a young man with strong character, and he is distinguished from others because he demonstrates respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, caring, and citizenship through his daily actions to peers and staff." Congratulations, Carter. Pretty amazing kids. At this time, I'm going to ask Lapeer High School co-principal Shad Spilsky to come up and join me to present the male recipient of the Citizen of the Year Youth Award.
I just want to echo Doug's comments and thank the chamber again for putting this on and recognizing our kids in Lapeer schools. We have like he said, we have a great group of kids, and we're pretty fortunate that we get to go to school with them every day. So you guys are doing great jobs. And I also want to thank or recognize those who won in the adults, Wes and Betsy. Congratulations. That's a great honor. So it's my honor and privilege to present the Male Citizen of the Year Youth Award and Scholarship for the 2018 year. The recipient of this prestigious award is Andrew Schneider.
I'd like to thank the Chamber for having this tonight. I'd also like to thank Ms. Carmela for nominating me. I'd like to thank my family for being here and supporting me through all this. And I'd like to thank Tony for all the opportunity he's given me through my 4 years in high school. So, thank you very much.
Brooke, come on back up.
You're not in trouble. Okay. It is my pleasure on behalf, again, of the Chamber of Commerce to award, and the Youth Award Committee to award each of you with a letter, a voucher, basically, for your $1,000 scholarship upon enrollment in a college, obviously, or university of your choice. And there will be utilized, you can put it, it'll go into your student account, so you can use it for books, you can use it for tuition, you can use it for housing. Let's have another. Congressman, would you like to come back up?
Please don't leave a moment. You tired of standing up here now? I have awards for both of you, for both Brooke and Andrew. And I'd like in a moment to have all of you stand. As many of you know, I was the oldest of 7 kids and the first one in my family ever stepped on foot on a college campus, my extended family. For a long time, the only one in my extended family that ever graduated from college. I have a 20-year-old in college now, paid for a few others. I know how much it costs. It's a massive undertaking, but so important to your future. So first, I want to congratulate you. Let me get the right one here. Make sure. Brooke and Andrew. Recognition, save it. You can hold it up, say, see, I did talk to a congressman once or something. I'd also like, if you all will stand over there as well, please, all the nominees. They represent the most precious thing we have in our community, our young people. Eventually, they're going to replace us. I hope you do it with a great deal of honor and distinction. I think you will, given your background. And what I will ask my friend Walt to do is to help me. I want to contribute another $250 to all of your scholarship funds. All of you. Walt's. My buddy Walt is cringing back there, but because it's important you do, yeah, it's important you do something after high school, get some skills, and make a difference in your community because we need you. So thank you all. Congratulations on being nominated. Congratulations on winning, and good luck in school. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Ed Smith. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was for you, Congressman. You guys are throwing me off here. Gary Howell, State Representative. Gary Howell. Gary, come on up.
Unlike our distinguished congressman, I did not bring money, unfortunately.
Cheryl?
Yeah.
The wife always has a checkbook, Gary.
In any case, I am exceptionally proud to be here to honor these 2 young people and all the young people that have been nominated. As I mentioned earlier, it's a point of pride in our community that we got so many folks that volunteer their time and make the extra effort to do these things. And it goes double for these young folks. It's so inspiring to know that when the rest of us fade off the stage, that we have these young people that are so dedicated to their community, to their fellow man, that they are devoting their time to this sort of very worthwhile activity. So I want to give, again, the certificate signed by the Governor of the State of Michigan, Rick Schneider, as well as myself as your state representative and our state senator, to Andrew and to Brooke. And a couple comments. Brooke has got a very long, both these folks have very long resumes. Brooke has a very long list of organizations she supports. I noticed one of them was Operation Care Package. And as a military veteran myself, I can tell you that's a very important thing that is deeply appreciated by our soldiers overseas. I had occasion not long ago to tour the Lapeer robotics program, was very impressed. Didn't realize I'd be seeing the champ here tonight. But when I was sitting on Tuesday at the governor's State of the State address in Lansing, one of the points of pride that he particularly emphasized was the robotics program in the state of Michigan. And I'm proud to have the best of the best right here in Lapeer County. Congratulations.
Too much in your hand. Once again, thank you all very much for inviting me. I would like to say it's great to see I'm a father of 2 young kids, and it's nice to see that we have role models for them to look up to and that are willing to spend time with them from this whole room right here. So thank you guys very much for all that each of you do for children in the community, and it makes me proud as a parent to know that they could maybe be like you all one day. So thank you very much, and as well from Attorney General Bill Schuette, make sure I get the right one as well. Brooke, thank you very much. Congratulations. And Andrew, thank you.
Giving a big round of applause, and let's give another round of applause for all of our nominees here. Oops, I keep wanting to move this thing, and it's probably going to come crashing down any minute here. And I would like to also have our adult recipients stand again, and one last final round of applause for Betsy and for Wes. And all of our adult nominees, so please stand for another round of applause. Please stand. Amazing people doing amazing things. Amazing things. I want to thank again everyone for coming, the families, the friends, the co-workers, the moms, the dads who support everyone here, the spouses, everybody, the co-workers. It's just an amazing blessing that we have in this community, that we have people who do so many things to make life better for so many others. I want to thank Health Alliance Plan, again, as our sponsor, and Lakestone Bank and Trust, Brad Keast, and his amazing staff here at Devil's Ridge, Mayor William Sprague, Principals Doug Lindsay and Shad Spilsky, and I think we've got everything all passed out here. And my staff, my assistant Penny Woyden, who worked so hard on changing and rearranging and seating and what have you. So right up until the last minute before we printed those things, you know. So, and the chamber ambassadors who have helped for so many years at this event, Linda Bonner, and they're back at that back table. So I'd like for you guys to all at that back corner, stand up, sit up, don't be shy. Linda. Pam Wagner, Chris Rochlow, Julie Forbush, Mandy Board, Angela Bannister. Angela had to leave. So I want to just thank them, and I want to thank all of you who came tonight to take the time out to recognize these amazing students and our amazing adults. You guys have a hard act to follow. but you're off to a really, really good start. So thank you, everyone, for coming. In about 15 minutes, I'm going to announce, or 20 minutes, I'm going to give you guys some time for congratulations and hugs and all those wonderful things. And then we're going to have all of the nominees and the award recipients in about 20 minutes meet over in the buffet room for photos. Oh, and I do want to mention one other thing. And I don't know if I typed it wrong or what, Bill, but William Bill Gibbons, played hockey your whole life. Phenomenal hockey player, has a passion and a love for it, hence his being involved with the Hockey Association here. But what's amazing in everything that he's done all the years and that he's volunteered, he's never had a son play hockey. He's never had a child play hockey. But it's his passion and love for it that motivated him, and we're fortunate for that. So